a sanctioned MMA fight, but she has brass knuckles.
I'm done.
What do you think happened? You're
brass
dead?
knuckles?
She get one clean. Yeah,
one clean shot. My skull's gonna break.
Nah.
Dude, head movement, bro.
Head movement.
She ain't gonna hit you.
Movement.
Bam. Double leg.
Bomb.
It's over.
You guys are incredible.
No,
No, you're not allowed.
You can't talk right now.
What the fuck?
She's gonna
in
die.
a glass chamber
What?
going,
Wait.
help!
Please kill them.
She's saying, she's going like that.
100
What would you do? What
Kill
would
those
you do?
kids. What's going on, guys? BJJ Damian here. I don't know why I said that. Damien Anderson.
Jozef Chen.
Ethan Crelinsten.
You
And
are
you're
watching-
watching the Simple Man Podcast. Guys, we have a very special guest today, Jozef Chen.
Jozef with a Z.
Say it right.
And Nicky Rod and J Rod are actually out.
Their house burnt down,
Yeah,
so that we're
done.
doing it here on the outsides,
Outside of my house.
on the outskirts of
It's
Austin.
like 100 degrees. My armpit's already sweating.
Yeah, I smell bad.
You always smell bad, though.
No, I don't. I smell great.
Yeah. But essentially, I mean, we got BJJ Prodigy up-and-comer, Jozef Chen.
So, right to the point here, who are you and why are you here in this country, in this state, in this city?
Why
in
are you
this,
in my country?
in this port? No, that's not my country. But why are you here? How'd you end up here, Joe? Tell us about yourself. Go for it. Give us your...
Well, for this trip, obviously just coming here to do a camp. It's weird. I don't know which camera to look at. We're just
talk to us.
Just talk. You don't look at
Yeah.
a camera.
Okay, easy. Yeah.
You're talking to us. It's a podcast.
Yeah,
Conversation.
yeah. Look me in the eyes. Focus.
Well, no, I came here. Well, this time it was just a bit ago doing camp, but for the first time I came here, mostly just to get some training outside of China, because I was mostly based in Asia before. Like I hadn't really left, and especially that was leading up to trials. So I wanted to come by to like a high-level gym to get some training and then get some experience and then be able to go compete. And so.
And then how did you So yeah, you're from China, right? Born and raised in China?
And,
Or
yeah,
you-
born in Taiwan, raised mostly in like Shanghai, Beijing. Moved around a bit, but
South African,
yes,
somewhere in there?
my mom's South African German.
Oh wow.
I feel like there's a fair bit of confusion actually, because even on the quintet thing now, it's like the German line. People are like, "What?" But it's like my mom's a South African German and my dad's like from Taiwan.
A German from South Africa or German that lives in South like
Well, so there's
Did I
a
say
lot
that?
of
I think I said
Germans immigrated to South Africa.
so she's born in South Africa.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, what do they say? Oh, German South African?
You're a person of Earth. You're a very,
There.
very diverse. And look, so your origins are China originally, right?
yeah.
And you ended up at B Team. The first time you showed up at B Team was like a full year ago or something like that.
Probably a bit more at this
Bit
point.
more than
it
a
was
year
like
ago?
the start of it was March last year.
And that was to prepare for trials. You
Trials,
had
yeah.
two shot.
European and
trials.
then Asian trials.
Okay,
yeah.
how'd those go?
You did Europeans also?
Yeah.
Mateus.
How did you? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. him and Langacker were limping around the hotel after.
Oh yeah. So first one was Europeans. I made it to the quarters and then got ankle blocked by Mateus.
Mm-hmm.
And then Asians was semifinals where I lost to Kenta.
Why didn't you do all four? You only did two?
So Asia they actually only had one this time, and then the first European trials I wasn't ready to be able to leave the country yet. I had to get like finances and
Okay.
a bunch of things sorted before I could
Wow.
leave.
So then I did have a question for you. So out of all the gyms, why did you choose B Team? Did you know someone at B Team or like how did that come about?
Well, obviously, like I was a fan of the like DDS, so I was definitely gonna go to one of the gyms. But so when I first came here, I wasn't sure which one I was gonna go to. But then I ended up living closer to B Team, and then I first came here, and I really enjoyed it. I did visit Henzo's once, but I think I thought it was good. Like the teaching and stuff was awesome, but I preferred just being at B Team. And there are a couple other reasons, like
The Simple Man Podcast.
He knew that was gonna blow up.
Yeah.
To
definitely
now 6.7 thousand followers or subscribers.
We made it, baby.
We
That's
did it. We did it.
But
So you ended
yeah,
up at
no.
B Team.
But yeah, that's kind of the idea.
How did you get so good so fast? All right, that's the question on everyone's mind.
Yep.
Give us an honest answer. Enough with this
He's been secretly
studying.
training.
Get out of here. We want the truth.
Mhm.
Pirating
us-
everyone's instructionals.
Hey, you gotta do what
Like
you
a
gotta do.
true Chinaman.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Chinaman.
Jiu-jitsu
Pirates all
people
these
don't make money. I was like 16.
Yeah, you're why we don't make any money.
I'm like, Mom, give me $90 for an instructional.
every month. He watches all the instructionals. There was one time we're at I think it was an Enigma at Henzo Gracie's like a couple weeks ago, and the guys are competing. I look over, Joe Chen's watching an instructional. I actually think it was your instructional though that you were watching. He's like, I have to learn.
I think I was watching Worlds.
No. It
Are
was
you sure?
Yep. It was not a competition.
Oh no, because that's because I made an instructional, but someone messed up the order of it. So I had to make sure that the title corresponded with the correct video.
Okay.
So that's why I was watching.
Oh, now another thing. How old are you?
I just turned 19.
Just turned 19. Now, when you first came to B Team, actually, you were only 17, right? So, how did you convince your parents to let you travel across the world where you didn't really know anyone and to train with a bunch of degenerates? Like, how did that happen?
So I mean, it was a small, like it was a bit of a steady progression. So before, when COVID was still popping off, she didn't want me to come to the U.S. So I went to Singapore to train for a bit, and then I was in Singapore for like 2 months, and then so she kind of got used to me not being there because at Singapore I was like 16, and then I went back, and then obviously in terms of finances, I was lucky enough to have like sponsors and stuff, so I was able to use that to like kind of persuade her to make it less of a financial burden on her. So it was easier to just convince her because now she doesn't have to worry about money as much. So yeah, I mean, she's always been fairly like what's it called? Laissez-faire and supportive.
Okay.
So she does like let me do, like she's so very supportive basically.
Now,
How'd you start training? What was the first day?
Let me think. I did striking for when I was like 13 in school. One of my classmates.
You think you could beat the shit out of Damian?
I'm fucking you up.
Got my money on Joe.
You're gonna lose that
No,
money.
I just had a classmate.
What,
who
boxing, kickboxing, or?
We did like Muay Thai. He introduced me to MMA, and then we trained like with ourselves for a year. But we didn't know any jiu-jitsu. Like all the jiu-jitsu we saw was like playing UFC 3. And
That's
then,
enough. That'll do it.
That'll do
And then
it.
we're
Is
like,
that the
oh,
secret to how you got good fast?
that was pretty shit.
Pretty sure.
But
Right.
no, and then after a year, we looked up a local jiu-jitsu gym and just went there.
You just decided like you want to go check out jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, because we didn't really know how to do jiu-jitsu. It was like striking,
Okay.
it seemed pretty easy, but jiu-jitsu, we were like, what the fuck?
Okay. So why would you say, because you clearly had a fast progression. I think that's like agreed upon across the board. What is it for like other guys out there, either up and comers or guys that are, plateauing and they're too old to get good? What can they do?
Well, I do think now it's definitely much easier to get good than it was before, like with the abundance of instructionals.
With the amount of content out there.
Yeah,
and-
there's so much. It's a matter of actually taking
Devoting
action.
yourself
Like
and- yeah.
you do see people more and more nowadays with people who are getting good much quicker than they had in the past because of the abundance of resources and things you can watch to actually learn, improve, etc.
So you think like if you didn't have those instructionals and you were left only with like you and the group of guys you were training with, maybe you could travel, here and there to other gyms. You think you would not have improved as fast? Like you think you would
Definitely not.
without that, like the brainstorming alone is not enough. You need like
Yeah.
what would you say is like, are there any like breakthrough moments where you like started to see like that fast? Because within that window, that's like what you started how long ago?
Around this time in 2018.
So 5 years.
Yeah.
That's like 5 years into jiu-jitsu, like that's
Insane.
That's pretty crazy.
Insane.
So at what point, like it's such a small, relatively, it's a small window. Like what point did you think like, okay, I'm definitely getting good at this faster than everyone else? And could you tell us why?
Well, yeah, I mean, so I think COVID was, like, in terms of how jiu-jitsu clicked, it never really changed. I feel like it was a fairly steady progression to how much time I put in and then how good I became. But COVID was good for me because at that time, obviously I was in school before that, and so I wasn't able to train every day, and I'd train a couple times a week before. But then when COVID happened and everything popped off, it was actually fairly lucky for me because I was able to train and not do any schoolwork for a couple months. So I just trained every day
Just
and
like
watched
tunnel vision,
instructionals.
nothing else, no distractions.
And yeah, so that was like the kind of like the first taste of me being able to train like
Full time.
properly. And so I think I wasn't very good then. I was pretty good for the people around me because everyone was hobbyists, right? And I was
Just
fairly
beating
young.
the shit out of hobbyists. That's great.
And not for the most part, but I was fairly competitive.
Fuck.
But I'd say like
Is this gonna pick up?
We have a plane going by.
let the plane
I live by
pass.
an airport.
Really? Is
Yeah.
Austin
It's
Airport
like Austin Airport's like maybe like 12 minutes away.
Wow. Okay. Anyways,
Impoverished.
It's actually a very good neighborhood.
Yeah, it is. All right, so
what was I saying? But
you're training, you're beating up hobbyists, and you're getting really good really fast because of technique content out there.
yeah,
That's
well,
a
COVID
all right.
because
COVID.
I didn't have to do school. I could
Yeah.
just watch instructionals and train.
Now, did you drop out of school?
Towards the end, yes.
Yeah, and that's out of high school, right?
Yeah.
Not university.
Yeah.
Wow. And your mom was like totally okay with that?
Well,
Or your
I
parents?
finished most of it. I can pick it up like pretty quickly. Because for towards the end of my school, I just did it myself.
What do you mean?
Like I self-studied and I took exams.
Oh,
So,
that you can just do that?
yeah. Well,
Oh,
because I
wow.
was doing A levels. It's the English like.
Are
I
you a
don't know.
computer?
No, I just used YouTube honestly for my.
That's
school.
exactly what a computer would say.
No, but
No, that's fair. Yes, YouTube's. I wish it was that abundant when I was trying to.
It definitely was abundant.
Nah.
YouTube's been around for
Nah.
decades.
when were you in high school?
1912. Something like that.
Definitely.
So, so your parents were totally okay with you dropping out of school to pursue.
No, weren't totally okay, but after like I was able to like show them, oh, I'm able to actually make money and stuff like that, and they saw it was like not just there was some like, let's say there's some hope to this type of career.
Now, what is the goal for you? Because I know you did striking MMA before, but now you're just jiu-jitsu. Is the goal to reach the highest levels in jiu-jitsu, or is it really try to get to MMA? What is the path? What do you want to do? What's your 5-10 year plan?
10 years I don't really have mapped out. I'm honestly gonna play it by ear in terms of see how much I still enjoy doing this. So if
Are you getting sick of it?
not yet. I'm fairly cautious. Like that I won't train too much and like
You
stuff-
train 3 times a day. What are
Every
you
day.
talking about?
But I'm only here for such a short period of time.
Oh,
I
so
don't
what's your
get
what's
this
your
type
regimen?
of training when
Oh.
I'm back home. Like when I'm
What's
back
your
home,
schedule like? Yeah.
I usually do like one session, but I have it be fairly long, and then I'll have partners come in and out depending on how their schedules work.
Okay. So
Because-
you have like your window here, and you go like as much as you can
Yeah,
while you're here,
like,
and then okay.
I do still train. Like I'll go from like 9 or 10 o'clock to like 1 or 2 o'clock back home, but it's one session, so
It's
I
a
can
fucking
fit.
long session.
So I can, but
Jesus.
my sessions aren't like okay, here's the class we drill. It's like a lot of like workshopping stuff, and so usually I'll have
What
like
do you mean?
well,
It's
when
the
I-
way you teach, right? When
Kind
you
of,
teach it, yeah. So like you have, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you have them talk about the techniques amongst themselves, and like you add in something of yours, and then again they like kind of drill it and brainstorm and talk about it.
Oh,
So,
I have a
like,
question for you actually.
Mhm.
So
Drags
when you're back home and you're watching instructionals, are you drilling exactly what you see in the instructionals, or do you see the instructionals and then you're like, all right, in live training, I'm gonna try this? Like, what's your learning when there's not a set class, there's not set high level training partners? Like, how are you and your group of guys progressing, or how are you making sure that you're progressing at a fast rate?
Yeah, so for sure, I think that's a good question actually, because what's it called? Depending on what the movement is and how familiar I am with what's surrounding whatever is being taught in the instructional. Like, for example, if it's something I'm fairly competent in, like let's say it's like some sort of deli Hiva sweep. So in that situation, I wouldn't necessarily drill the move so much, as opposed to I would more try to do specific rounds, because the movement is fairly familiar and it's nothing too hard to do.
just applying it.
Yeah. If something's more difficult, like, so sometimes if I had trouble with some leg entries or like the movement itself is difficult, then I'll
You just
focus on
isolate
drilling.
repping the movement
will you
itself.
will you rep the movement out, like
If
in
it's hard
Shanghai
to
or
do,
whatever?
if I can do it, and in terms of performing the actual movement in itself is difficult, then I'll rep it. But if it's easy, like if you do like some half guard pass,
Yeah.
doing the movement itself isn't difficult. It's knowing when to hit it and like the
different
timing of
problems
it
and-
exactly. and being able to recognize the situation. So that'll mostly depend on the movement itself. Like if I'm trying to hit like a seonagi, then I'm gonna probably have to rep it a lot more. And same with like most wrestling exchanges, I'd say.
So
like
any move you start off like as you're progressing through the sport, like you start off with a difficulty, and they, then like one move will be like more broad. Like like you said, De La Hiva, like De La Hiva already, but like if there's some spin off this guy's doing, then you have to like drill it once or twice, but you get De La Hiva, so now it's just about like timing it in live.
Yeah, like I definitely think I have like I don't like the drills where it's like, okay, do this like drag 100 times. I think I'm not very fond of those because like you're doing something that's fairly simple in terms of maybe if your goal is to get like better cardio, but I think there are better ways to do that than doing 100 like drags.
Probably.
But
you don't need another person.
The only time I'd rep for numbers is if, okay, I feel like I'm having trouble performing the technique. So like a lot of takedowns and stuff. Maybe I'm bad at the footwork, then I have to actually rep it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna rep the leg drag unless it's like a specific situation, just like the ones in the gi. I feel like
that's so dumb.
I'm not very fond of those.
I think it's kind of dumb. Like I feel like once you get, it depends the skill level, but like if you're already somewhat confident in jiu-jitsu, it's like I don't think these long drilling sessions actually help. I think like increasing the resistance level is what matters more. So it's like you learn this new movement. Once you do it a couple times, your body, like how to do the move now. So now it's like, or start off with a blue belt or something and work your difficulty up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that how you guys see it or no?
Actually, yeah. I do think like it depends on your definition of drilling. Again, like drilling for reps and drilling can like, a lot of people associate drilling and drilling for reps as the same thing. Like generally what I do when I drill, like so today, for example, we didn't roll, but we drilled for, I don't know, it was like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so what we were doing, we were tinkering. I think I like that word a fair bit in terms of trying to experiment and kind of sandbox a lot of these things where, okay, I'm doing, like today I was doing 50-50 ankle lock. I was trying to play around with it because it's something I'm not very familiar with. So I
primary or secondary leg?
On the primary leg. And so just because
Wojak got Mattia with that.
I was rolling with Shaggy. You know Shaggy?
Shaggy?
Anthony Robinson. It's one of JB's friends. He was using it a fair bit.
Kind of bigger guy?
Kind of thick.
Yeah.
But he's very good and very good round. He's like very wonderful. He was very good. Lots of very good leg attacks.
Quite wonderful. I'm so polite. I'm from China.
That's you. That is you. That is you.
I just don't want to be too abrasive,
No one watches this thing.
Yeah. The abrasion level on the Simple Man is quite
abrasive.
Yeah, the high watermark for abrasiveness.
Yeah, we're fine.
But like so trying to have a dialogue, like that's what I do when I teach classes. I have them talk. So having a dialogue between your partner, how does this feel? If they're not tapping, I'm like, why didn't you tap to this? I'm like, oh, I think you could have done this better, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, oh, how do you feel when I do this movement? Like having that dialogue, I think really
sad.
helps. I feel sad. And I was like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna look to move in this direction or something along those lines.
I feel like my foot's gonna explode.
Because then you can drill, and it's not just. Like, I think one of the things that suck about drilling as well is, okay, if you're being drilled on and they're just doing 100 knee cuts, this is going to be terrible. Yeah. You're going to get bored out of your mind. But now you're actually engaging both parties. So both people can actually learn from this exchange, right? So I'm doing this thing, I'm asking you, and you have to think for yourself, okay, how am I going to respond to this situation? Why am I doing this? And then you can start looking to build off of that.
Now, question for you. So I feel like we have like a very different background because for the most part, there were guys that were in the room that were much better, practitioners. Like when you start off as a white belt, but you're in Henzos with Gary and Gordon and Eddie Cummings or whatever. You started off in pretty much a hobbyist gym, but then accelerated the progression. When you're doing these instructionals, how do you actually teach your training partners? Because it's like you can only get 1 or 2 layers deep versus like a 5-layered exchange. Like how do you get better if there's only hobbyists around type of thing? Like what do you, because like the hobbyists just won't allow you to get that deep into an exchange. So what do you do? Do you teach them or do you let them escape? Like what are you playing around with?
I think it's important. I think it's important to teach your training partners because that's how I feel like even when because I only came to B team once I was like, I'd say I was decently good when I first came. Obviously, I got a lot better when I came here, but I definitely wasn't bad. And what's it called? So I will definitely try to teach. That's why I think the dialogue after a round is very important. So you're basically communicating what occurred in the round. And I think what really makes someone good or able to execute certain things is their ability to recognize patterns and see, okay, what's happening in the role and be able to act on that. So like, for example, if someone's a hobbyist versus if someone's a pro, well, maybe what's the difference between these two people are, okay, how they can start looking to interpret information and view what's happening. Because let's say like me and Kynan roll with the same guy. Kynan's going to see things very differently from how I see them. And so being able to interpret those things and then make those decisions, I think is what's important. So being able to communicate something after the round, you're allowing them to see what they maybe couldn't see before. So now there's a little battle that they weren't paying attention to, and that's why they lost the position. Mm-hmm. So by having that dialogue, you can help them a lot. Obviously, I try to teach them. I'm like, oh, I think you should do this, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll oftentimes try to teach them like ways to counter what I'm doing and telling them what I'm doing so it's clearer to them. Because if they don't really know what I'm doing, they're like, oh my God, he just caught me in a heel hook. But they don't know how I got the heel hook. They're not going to be able to come up with a solution or not going to be able to think of a solution as quickly. Right now, they can start giving more educated responses. So a lot of that's why I like tend to communicate a lot, like after rolls, because I think that's what really helped me when I
thought it was because you were just tired, trying to take rounds off.
Maybe I don't have the best.
Guys do well. He's like, oh, you.
I'm like, oh yeah. Like, that's how I feel.
You
almost
had that. Yeah. I tapped because
I went unconscious.
Bro, yesterday I was rolling with the Shaggy guy, and then he caught my heel twice, and I slipped. And each time I slipped, there's once on each leg, I cramped, and I was like, oh my God, I have to tap. And I had to step on my own leg. I was like,
it wasn't because you got me in the heel. I was cramping.
I'm like, yeah, this is.
That's a good one because okay, I'm gonna keep that.
Put that in the.
Well, I did cramp. I slipped and then I cramped, so. I count. We ended up
inside foot muscle when you're like hiding from an inverted is that cramp. I'm serious. I'm not joking. That actually is.
We ended up saying it counted as half a sub. So that was half a sub.
I'd say it's like like 30% a sub because you had to defend so hard that you cramped. Like I submitted your muscle. You know, like.
We'll get leg cramps because we're like pointing our toes so hard. It's like because a lot of guys, they freak out and they try to boot with their leg up and they're like, I'm trying to fight this heel hook. It's like you want to do the exact opposite and point your toes. And sometimes you're pointing so hard that you're actually your leg cramps sometimes, depending on how dehydrated you are and stuff like that. Just want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors, MASF Supplements and Violent Hippie. Use code SimpleMan, all caps, for 15% off both of those companies. MASF Supplements, trademarked Smash and Greens, Smash and Reds, very nutrient-dense foods. I personally use their creatine and BCAAs during my workout and sometimes even before the workout. For Violent Hippie, they have soaps, USDA CBD oils, T-shirts, rash guards, you name it, owned by former Navy SEAL Mitch Aguiar. Use SimpleMan to get 15% off.
Guys, Violent Hippie, MASF Supplements, get the Smashing Greens, Smashing Reds, all the vitamins, nutrients you need to get that body that you want.
Nicky Rod style.
I'm dripping sweat right now.
I'm fine.
How are you guys doing?
Joseph's
you're
sweating.
Going.
Joseph's.
Bro,
I think because I have the shirt,
You gotta take it off. My armpits are definitely sweating.
I'm fucking drenched.
Yeah.
You guys watching fights? I know you did. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Your thoughts?
Do you think do you look at mixed martial like UFC top 15 high caliber UFC fighters and are you like, wow, their jiu-jitsu is not as good as mine, or are you not arrogant like us?
Oh, I was gonna say shit. Half the time I'm like, this sucks.
There's some where I'm like, wow, this is a crazy fucking exchange. I would have a tough time grappling that guy, and there's other times where I'm like, oof. That's not good, So what's your take? And you could be mean. Don't worry. Come on.
No,
Give us
I think they're both, Like sometimes I think they suck. Sometimes I'm like, shit, this is good.
Yep.
So like, let me think.
You see any last night that were like?
I thought Blachowicz and Pereira was pretty lame on the ground, to be honest.
Pereira
ate the rear naked choke pretty nicely.
Yeah,
I was surprised, honestly. I was
surprised as well.
I thought he was gonna get finished from there.
Yeah.
But
that's I think more a testament to like Blachowicz lack of knowledge, not like Perez's defense.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. Does that sound like I'm a fucking conceited snob?
I'm pretty sure
Or
both of them would fucking beat the shit out of me, though.
really in jiu-jitsu?
Oh, no,
No
in an
way.
MMA
No.
fight.
In an MMA
Oh,
fight,
of course.
for sure, all of
Yeah.
us,
So it's
especially
like-
Damian.
No,
So
definitely.
It's
There's
hard
a weight
for me
classes
to
for a reason.
criticize them.
Yeah. But no, like pure
You'd
jiu-jitsu.
fight the same weight class as him, right?
Me?
If you did MMA, you'd fight the same weight class.
No, you wouldn't. 35, 135.
35, I go 25. I go 2
Yeah.
pounds.
Well, technically, no, you should be. If you did fight MMA, you should be a 135er.
Yeah, I'd reckon.
Yeah, you should be.
You don't think we should be 125ers? You don't think we go?
I've seen 125ers
wow.
bigger than you guys.
Exactly.
No, you haven't.
Yes,
Who?
for sure.
Some of my friends, like when I'm back home and I'm training, like I train at the
I've
PI,
seen guys at
and some
TriStar.
of my friends in Singapore.
who?
Bro, they have huge flyweights. It's insane. They're like close to my height.
They're like
and
6
then-
foot, 200 pounds.
Well, they
and
can no,
cut
they can
down.
be they can be tall, but it's like what's their walk around weight?
Like-
The walk around weight for
Yeah.
35ers usually anywhere the lowest will be 155, but that's still low. It's usually 160 to like low 170.
I'm lighter than that. I walk around 155. I can't.
Yeah.
I think intelligently I should fight at 125.
If
Day
you can
before
make
weigh-in,
120, if you can make 125, 30 pounds, because the thing is, you can
30
only cut
pounds,
10.
yeah.
You can only cut 10 pounds or 10% your body weight in
Yeah,
pounds.
with that attitude,
so
you can.
yeah. So to get to what you'd
Just
have
don't be a pussy, bro.
Yeah.
Twitter, yeah.
you'd have to get to like 144. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh no, sorry.
Ask
one.
him about
138.
If you have a math issue,
We need
All
my
right. You
girlfriend
You have to get to like.
here.
Can
Oh,
you?
no, she's the
She's my
mathematician.
calculator.
Can you get to like 140, 138 walk around weight?
Yeah, no problem.
You can,
Yeah.
because it's like for 130.
I think I can. Yes.
For
I think I can.
135, I'd have to get to around 145 to cut to 135.
Yeah, I pretty much hit 145
doesn't-
before water. Like when I was cutting for ADCC, I was like 148.
You were not. You were like
Yeah, I was.
168. I remember because you were heavier than I was.
168.
You were like heavy as
no,
fuck.
no. For the cut, before I
water
cut any
cut?
water.
Before? Oh.
Before I cut any water, I was like 148 the second day, 149 the first day. I can do anything I set my mind to. It might kill me, but I can do it. Joe, come on. Tell us.
About?
You're not telling us why you got good fast. Don't think I forgot. Everyone wants to know. What is it? What is it? What do you guys think? Why did he get good so fast? And how do we do it?
I think the instructionals is a big thing. I think he watches
that can't
all
be
the
it.
What's the one thing
he's
he does that
hiding
we're not doing?
Do you eat flax seeds or all right, no.
Flaxseed
Okay,
oil.
Tell us your secrets.
You know, everyone wants to work hard, but not a lot of people want to work intelligently.
I'm in for the leg drags. That's simple. That's quick work. I'll go in there, drill my shit, tell the other guy to shut the hell up and let me drill. No.
Yeah, I
Look,
mean-
I do see. So let's like wrap up why you got good so fast. 'Cause I'm fucking around, but I do want to like, kind of reiterate. It's really interesting your thoughts on like when you drill, you communicate what you're doing more than just like you get 2 reps, I get 2 reps. Like, why is it smoother this time or shittier this time? And again, when you're training with a guy, like you have a little dialogue after. Again, to catch your breath, that's a good reason as well.
Good strategy.
Great strategy. But yeah, just to like communicate. Like the other day, like we're going back and forth, and we hit some stuff that like I want to know what you did, and you want to know what I did. So like unless we have those like couple sentences, we're just kind of gonna go off and hope
Forget
we figured
about
it out.
it. Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna completely forget because we're still inherently like our bodies are gonna retain what you did. Like I'm gonna know what you did if another guy tries to do it. I'm gonna be like, oh, Joe did this, and vice versa. But
It's
really good to just hammer that in a bit more.
I
So
think like it's a matter of being able to think about the problems more clearly, right? And so, for example, like what you said just now, our bodies might be able to recognize, oh, this is a similar pattern, but if we don't know like the necessarily like the
Put it into
intricacies
words.
of it,
Like
right?
consciously.
like consciously,
Consciously?
but like
Consciously.
maybe something like that. It's more intuitive. Okay, we can kind of understand, okay, this is the same thing that happened before. But if we were to try think about it more deeply and think about, okay, how can I prevent this or how can I work further from this? It might be more difficult if we didn't have that conversation. It might be harder.
Agreed.
So like having stuff like that, I think like especially when everything's fresh and then afterwards like watching rounds and stuff like that is very useful.
So what do you got coming up now? You have a couple competitions coming up. You have Aiga. I don't know how to say it.
Aiga, yeah.
Aiga, and then Quintet. So with Aiga, what's going on? Explain.
So All Leon, my sponsor, they're making a team, and so.
And who's on the team?
So we have. I'll start from bottom up. So one of my friends, Gary Tang, in Singapore.
These are all Asian fighters.
No, not all Asian.
Okay.
I think I helped
Make the team,
but I didn't make all the picks.
Okay, so you have Gary Tang.
Gary Tang,
He's in the lightest.
He's the under 60, and then Daikie's under 65.
Sick.
He's good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
I
love training with him, man.
Yeah, bro.
He does not like training with you. You told me.
I was so good. I was like, what?
He's like, wait, what?
No, really? What did I do?
Okay, so Daiki and.
And then for minus 70, we got one of my training partners in China. His name's Xu Huaiqing. Xu.
So that's 70.
Is he
70.
good?
He's pretty good.
Does he beat up Damian?
He's buggy choked some really good people actually.
Who's he buggy choked?
What?
I don't want to be too abrasive.
I don't want to be talking shit.
You're not talking shit. You're chatting shit.
Yeah. Who's he buggy choked?
But he's almost buggy. He's guillotined me before. He's almost buggy choked me a few times. Like, he's.
So good people. He's talking about himself.
No,
All right.
no
Okay.
need
So
to
that's
worries.
70. 75 is next, right?
76 is Kenta.
76.
Kenta. Kenta.
Nice.
And then I got 83, and then 91 is one of my old friends. He's now working at Absolute MMA, and he's a black belt under Lachlan. His name's Kamal. And then our plus
Kamala
91,
Harris.
the Kamal. Yes, she's our 91
Lady
kilo.
of many talents.
So Kamal.
And then the 91 plus is Dan Schwartz, which Declan fought
Dan
at
Schwartz.
Henzo. He's a Lachlan guy.
Oh, okay.
Like he's right now, he's in Austin actually, but he's training
Declan
at
fought him?
He's.
He beat Declan, or Declan beat him?
Declan beat
He's training
him.
at Henzo's?
You don't want
Yeah,
Declan
he's
on the
training.
team?
Yeah, you don't want Declan on the team? What the hell?
Declan?
You know Heisem thought his
Some
name
things
was
are out of my
Declan?
power.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Declan?
Yeah,
He was
Heisem
like-
was calling.
He was like, is it Declan?
You know when we went to combat sports coverage, like last time, they were calling him Duncan. They're like Duncan Moody.
Nice.
It's not a hard name.
It's
to-
really not.
Declan.
Yeah. So in that match, you're fighting Isaac. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, so it'll be round robin. So it's team.
No, is it?
It is round robin. It's not a bracket. So all the teams will fight each other.
Okay.
No, all the teams fight, but
It's not round.
But-
No, you. It's
but-
weight class.
yes,
Oh,
weight
yeah,
class.
it's weight
So
class.
You're in the same weight as
I'm
Isaac.
the same
yeah.
weight as
so
Isaac.
you will be facing him.
Yes.
What do you
And
think the
How do you
strategy
feel
is?
about that?
Yeah. What's the strategy you think? If
Do
you
you-
want it,
I mean,
if you
I still like Isaac. Like
It doesn't-
You don't
no, it
like
doesn't-
Isaac? Why?
I still like Isaac.
Oh.
No, it's not about that.
It's not
like,
what you said
How do you
before we
game
start-
plan again? What do you think? If you're
Not joking.
if you're
Motherfucker.
comfortable talking about your game plan, or if you want to keep it a secret, that's up to you. Are you comfortable talking about what your plan is?
I'll probably look to pull. I mean, I've been working on a lot of my like supine guard recently, so his wrestling's really good. So I'll probably try avoid that for maybe later in the match, but I'll probably play it by ear. Like
Okay.
So it's 3. Do we know the rules? or-
35-minute rounds.
It's 3.
The rules are confusing.
They're very confusing. It's 3 5-minute rounds. We got a pro.
a
you can
veteran.
testify, a
Aiga
veteran.
veteran.
So
Undefeated Aiga veteran.
correct me if I'm wrong. It's 3 5-minute rounds. So far, so good.
1 minute intermission.
1
Okay.
minute break in between each round, and in the first 2 rounds, it's 2 minute 30 seconds, 2 minute 30 seconds, no points and points, and in the final 5 minute, it's 2 minute 30 second, 2 minute 30 second, no
pull.
points, but you're not allowed to pull guard at all.
Too complicated for me already.
I don't.
I lost you. Fuck, we got a plane.
Negatives for pulling guard. And
You got in the final 5.
So then you can't pull guard.
Okay.
It's not
Can
that
we,
confusing,
can we hear
man.
properly right now? Is it okay? Okay, so don't pull in the last 5, right?
But you can get taken down.
You
with
with no points in the first 2 minutes 30. If you get taken down,
I think a takedown is points.
fuck. All right, so you have to wrestle, or is a
No,
guard
You could pull guard in the first 2 rounds.
even in the final? Yeah, but in the final 5.
I don't know about the final 5.
Final 5's a doozy, huh?
Okay, so
That's where things
so-
get haywire.
So you have Aiga facing some good guys there. You have Quintet. What team is fighting what team first with that?
No clue.
Quintet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Heisem's
yeah.
also in the Quintet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
I
funny.
mean the other teams are pretty solid. Like they had Mateus before, but they
pulled
replaced
out?
him.
Pulled out because it's
why?
around trials.
Tariq
I think.
Kopstock.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I originally wasn't gonna do it, because what's it called? Trials was the week after. I was like, this team is
Trials
pretty
is the week after Quintet.
Oh shit!
Holy
Don't get hurt.
guacamole!
I'm
So
ju-
you're going there, then there.
Well, you're going from Kazakhstan to Japan, then to wherever. Where's Asian trials?
Asian. No, this is European
Oh,
trials. It'll be
Europeans.
Poland.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're not coming back at all.
I'll come back after European trials, and then
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. So you don't know the team. What teams are in there?
Sakuraba, 10th Planet, and Polaris.
And
Okay.
BT.
So and B team,
And
obviously.
Besides B team, who's the next best team?
I'd say probably either. Well, I don't want to talk shit, but I'd probably say Polaris is very good.
10th
10th Planet's pretty very solid. Like
Who's
I
on
mean,
10 Planet?
Barch,
they got
Gio,
Kalbame,
Kalbane.
and then
Is it
they
Bohm or
both
Bame?
both.
Bame. It looks like Bohm, but Bame.
I think Kalbame, yeah.
Kalbane.
Yeah. And then Polaris, they actually they have. Who do they have? They have Owen O'Flanagan, Gregor Gracie, Tariq Kopstock, Owen Livesley. I'm probably
Solid
forgetting
team.
someone. Yeah, very
yeah.
legit. So I mean, I don't think that. I think the other teams are also very very good. Like obviously Barch was 4th place at ADCC. Like it was very
Barch is
very
good.
good. Like
Yeah. So Owen's in that team. Owen's fighting
Livesley.
Will Tackett
oh
Yes, he-
when
in November, I think.
Grapple Fest.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do you guys
sick.
think that goes?
I think Tackett wins.
I think Tackett wins too.
Yeah.
I was talking to some guys. They're like, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "I don't know. I think Will
I think
wins."
Will can take him down as well.
The
think
thing
he
is,
can
positional
wrestle
doesn't
him.
matter in Grapple Fest. It matters about
Yeah.
submissions.
Doesn't matter.
Actually.
Well, you pass a guy's guard over and over. It's
But if
gotta
I
count
have
something.
if I ripped an Achilles lock and you had to really defend, and you
then I double up on Tackett. I think he's got better.
then if
like,
you if you
everything.
take if you get your back taken, you get mounted. None of that matters. It matters only about submission attempts. If all submission attempts are equal, then
You tell me you hit one wrist lock attempt, everything else.
if it's
out
a
the
legitimate
window.
if it's a legitimate submission threat, then
If
yeah,
it
that
spaz the
matters.
fuck
The
out
guy's
of
like,
it.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean-
Then that 100% matters more. in
I mean, I
Grapple
think
Fest.
Owen has some pretty legit subs. Like he subbed Mason, which Mason
Yeah, he
Fowler.
He subbed Mason Fowler.
Yeah, he
When?
heel
I
hooked
forget
him.
with what.
ADCC outside heel hook.
Wow, I did not know that
Yeah,
happened.
You know,
Like, that's very legit. Like
Yeah.
I think Owen
Mason's-
definitely has a legitimate submission threat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you
I mean,
go.
it's
I don't know.
tough.
I wouldn't. That's one's hard to bet on.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fairly because I think Will Tackett also has a great leg lock defense.
He does, yeah.
Uh,
He did get broken bad by Mateus, but I think Mateus
That
Szczynski
happens,
actually is
Happens, man.
happens to the best of us.
happens.
yeah, you can't put it past him. No, it's fine.
I think Mateus has the best ankle lock in the world, to be honest.
For sure.
I've
Right?
ever felt. Yeah.
Right? Like,
I never want to face that guy.
yeah, no.
Terrible. Not like just. I don't want to put my.
I think the risk
Your
of
leg is.
injury-
I feel
You're
you're guaranteed to
in
get
something.
popped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
guaranteed
might
to-
find a way to win, but bro,
you're getting
gonna
popped.
get hurt. Like,
Like even when Langacker beat him, Langacker took a break.
Yeah.
yeah,
The
you
thing,
hear it on camera. You
Oh, do you?
Do you?
The
Really?
thing is,
Yeah, I
I-
listened to it on repeat.
wow.
Holy
While
shit.
masturbating.
The thing is, it's so difficult to deny an Achilles lock. Like for
Yeah,
a
what do
lot
you-
of passes, it's always the threat's there.
If you're trying to deny a simple like Achilles grip, you're gonna be like negating a lot of just guard passing in general.
I think you
Yeah.
have to go back into like defending on two knees.
I think one of the great things about Achilles locks is that you don't really sacrifice any control when going for the finish. Whereas like a heel hook,
You have
can
to-
now someone can start looking to spin and slip.
Exactly.
You go from like let's say you go from an Achilles or like a shotgun grip and then you switch to the heel. There's
Now
some
there's-
Space. Whereas when you go Achilles lock, I feel like the
That is a
control
great
gets tighter.
controlling. That is
Yeah.
a controlling.
you're not supposed to be able to do that. This used to not be a thing. I remember going through like I don't know, my entire career. I was like a 7-year period. I was like, oh, ankle locks are actually bullshit.
I thought they were bullshit.
and here he comes. They're not supposed to work. We should like boycott this in some way. This is
make them illegal.
Yeah.
Heel looks legal, but Achilles locks are illegal.
yeah. I think it's
It's going in
gonna be.
reverse.
It's gonna make it more entertaining. You can put that much danger in someone. Just, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna want to go near you. Come on.
That
Anyway.
shotgun Achilles / Aoki.
Well,
lock.
okay, we have to address. We all saw the fights yesterday, right?
Yeah.
That BMF head kick KO
Straight out of the
Fucking
Matrix.
hell.
straight out of the Matrix, and you want to acknowledge that Dustin got KO'd with a combo that Leon Edwards hit on Usman,
Usman, yeah.
Gaethje's teammate,
You know,
which
what's-
is a crazy.
Yeah, so it's a
coincidence.
fake.
I don't know.
It's a fake cross to head kick, basically. So the
He
whole-
threw the cross though. He like landed.
yeah.
He touched
So
his
The Rob
face.
so
Whittaker.
well, a fake
Rob Whittaker.
means I throw it. So there's a feint.
A
right?
feint is when you just.
Yeah, like you throw like the first 30%.
Then
whatever.
a fake is you just flick it out there with no power.
A fake is a throw that wasn't intended to hurt you.
Okay.
So like that, like you can fully extend it,
Yeah,
but
okay.
like the range isn't there. So it's like
That hurt.
Sorry, I wasn't intended to hurt you.
you're gonna stuff your kick a little bit is the thing. So it's like you're slightly further back, so it can touch,
It'll
but it can't
ding
really
you, but it
move.
won't.
It can't
Yeah,
move
yeah.
the head.
It's not
to
gonna
cause
knock
a
you
real
out, yeah.
concussion. The whole idea, is a fake cross to head kick. And what's crazy is that so Dustin was throwing head kicks, Dustin Poirier.
They called it in the corner.
In the corner, Dustin's coach was like, follow the head kick with a 2, so a cross.
Follow-
like,
wait,
like,
no,
or,
no.
set up your head kick with the 2.
with the 2.
which
So
is a
follow
cross.
the cross with a head kick.
Yes, exactly. So set up your head kick with a
With a
cross.
cross. yeah.
Trevor Whitman was saying.
No,
No,
that's what
no.
Dustin's
This is
corner
what
was
Dustin's
saying.
corner
Oh,
was
okay.
saying.
Who's in
exactly.
Dustin's corner? Do you guys know?
I don't know. Yeah.
What's his
The-
name? The American Top Team guy.
He's a pro boxer, isn't he?
Oh,
Actually, no,
forget.
that's a different
I
guy.
don't think so.
But I know who you're talking
But
about.
any-
He's
any-
got a beard and stuff.
the
Oh,
black guy or the
I
red.
forget.
We better not.
But anyways,
I don't know.
so his corner calls for this setup, right? This head kick setup,
Yeah,
and then Justin hits it and knocks out Poirier, man.
they hurt him.
And
They
you know
hurt
what's
his corner.
crazy is Dustin doesn't really even drill like head kicks apparently. Like he doesn't
Really?
really do them that
You mean
often. Like,
Gaethje?
oh, sorry, Gaethje.
Oh, okay.
Gaethje,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dustin doesn't. Well, he should.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Gaethje. He throws him. He doesn't. What do you mean? How do you know?
That's
Where do you
like
cite your sources?
I don't know. That's
just
what I
made
was
that up?
told. I made it up.
Who told you this?
We talked about it today at the.
You
at,
just heard
Fight
someone
Team.
say it.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna put that in the podcast. Sounds smart. Fuck, they called my bluff. But yeah,
Damn.
I mean, he hit a few connected in round 1. So I
of
mean, he does throw them.
just
Fight.
Justin
and
I forget
yeah,
the fight
Justin
now.
landed a few in round 1.
Oh well, then I'm wrong. Just scratch that.
Cut that out.
Bullshit. It's
No,
cut.
don't cut it out. You keep that in. You held accountable for fucking nonsense.
So, all right, what else happened? So we had the BMF belt right before
Insane.
Derek Lewis was sick.
Oh my god. Oh
Man.
my god.
He's so cool.
How do you even what do you say about
You know
this?
what's funny is the guy
insane.
probably was thinking like, all right, he's gonna come out swinging, so I'm gonna keep my hands up, have like a high guard.
Came out swinging.
Fucking came with a flying knee.
That's what
Like a
abs
switch
do to
knee,
you.
man.
The first flying knee connected and just blew him
Drops
backwards.
him. Yeah, that was insane.
I was
And then
surprised
he
he didn't get
starts-
knocked out cold though. I mean, he was conscious. He just gave up.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna.
Yeah,
At one point, I thought
don't
he was
blame
gonna
him.
stand back up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would kill me. That
No.
knee would have killed me.
Oh man, that was crazy.
And then he stripped, took his gloves off, his shorts,
took his shorts off.
had a 6
He threw his cup into the
Yes,
the
John
stands.
Anik. John Anik was like, he has just launched his cup into the crowd.
Really?
Yeah, he's like
Fuck.
Something like
Derek
that.
Lewis, the Black Beast, who has just launched his cup into the crowd.
Crazy. Threw his
Amazing.
gloves. Man, that was nuts. El Kakui,
That's sad.
Ferguson.
That was so
yeah,
depressing.
He's got to stop. I think this is now the
He didn't.
sixth
I don't think he
loss,
went
right?
unconscious.
Sixth?
I don't think he went out.
I don't care,
Hard
man.
to
His
tell.
6 losses
It was
in a
too
row.
bad.
He's got to stop.
Yeah, it's sad. He's got to
He
stop,
was-
but he won't. He won't stop.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
His
He's got
coach is really
5
gotta
fights
tell him.
and then a title. That's what he's saying. he's
He's-
adamant.
Fuck. He's really got
No
it.
one is gonna stop him. Oh, and I just watched the edit of Ferguson.
Explain the edit.
Him. So it's become like a TikTok sound now. I guess it's like it's good. Oh, wait for the plane. Okay. The vortex is making their way downstairs. All right. So Tony Ferguson has had plenty of mental breakdowns, but one of which caught reared its head in the mainstream. His wife called the cops. He was What was he doing that forced her to call the cops? Like,
I forget which one it was because he's had a couple. Like he thought like aliens had planted a chip inside him, and he's like, we have to go.
we have to
or
go right
something
now.
like
It's like
that.
3 a.m. and he's like,
Something
you have to
like
go
that.
right now. So she's freaking out. She calls the cops, and she's like, please don't send to, like, she doesn't want
He
cops
doesn't-
to, like,
Kill him.
fuck, yeah, kill him or something. So she's like, just send one cop. And then the guy on the phone is like, well, we don't want anyone to get hurt, so, you know, we'll do what we can, but who is he? And she's like, it's Tony Ferguson. And then it's like, blah, 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 blah.
And then
It's
just
like
him
him,
knocking
like-
people out.
Yeah, just smiling with blood on his face.
They're like, okay, not one cop.
That is-
Send a few.
Send an army. That's a cop's worst nightmare.
It's just the edit is so fun because it's a serious issue of having a mental breakdown. It's just trivialized.
The wife
in
is
a-
in tears.
Yeah, and it's like, bah, 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 bah.
Oh
Get it?
man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Who else fought yesterday? What-
Blachowicz Pereira.
Yeah.
That was the co-main.
Mhm.
Holland
Some
versus
other-
Chiesa. Wow, that was surprising.
Wow, I did
Yeah.
not think that
Forced
Holland
him.
was gonna get a sub on Chiesa. To be honest,
Yeah,
Chiesa's
he
been
fucking
finished,
lit him
but-
up on the feet, and then
Dude,
just.
Holland looked good, man.
I thought Chiesa looked very bad.
I think so too.
Wow, talk
surprising.
about not being abrasive.
Yeah.
What,
He's
Chiesa,
gonna-
what if Chiesa watches this?
He's gonna see this.
I'm joking. No,
I'm not.
It's okay. No.
I
Don't.
think maybe he would agree. I feel like
Maybe.
I was surprised. You know, I didn't.
I thought, I was surprised. I thought he would have like been way more like immediately dominant on the ground. I thought.
You know what
But I don't
sucks?
fucking know.
You know what sucks is that
How good these
so
guys are.
after the finish, Holland's doing like the post fight interview, and he's like, to be honest, I didn't even connect with that knee. Just when Chiesa, like he meant it
Oh,
sincerely,
yeah,
but he's
yeah,
like when
yeah.
Chiesa feels danger, he makes bad decisions, and that's what I did. I was like, oh,
Why you gotta kick him out while he's
Man,
down? Come
come
on,
on,
talk
just-
about other shit.
like,
Holland's good though. 6 striking and like his grappling's obviously, respectable.
yeah, well, you know,
Super lanky. So like those darces he'll latch him up from far. He'll come
yeah,
up
you
quick.
know, Joaquin Buckley fought him his first fight in the UFC. Joaquin,
How are they the same weight? Like
so Joaquin Buckley fights at 185, or like you.
Kevin Holland is what? Weight?
185.
He'll do 185 and 170.
170,
Wow.
yeah.
Kevin Holland
so
must
they
be
fought.
tall
They
as
fought
shit.
at one. I think Kevin Holland's 6'4". I could be totally making that up, but I think it is. I think he's 6'4".
We
He's
make stuff
tall.
up here. It's
I would
okay.
like to hear Derek Lewis and Kevin Holland on a podcast.
That would be
Oh
great.
man, that'd be
They
hysterical.
give me
Great.
like both of their post-fight speeches were great. And,
Yeah.
it just makes me want to, and maybe throw in Sean Strickland or something.
They're so funny. Oh yeah, actually he did fight 170 yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He fought 170.
Oh,
and
it was
then
170 yesterday.
the 170. He was like
That makes more sense.
he-
He's not a one like that's.
But no,
They-
he did fight
they did
Joaquin
fight-
Buckley at 185.
Yeah.
He's like Hamzat, who's doing both.
And you know he so
damn.
So there's like an edit because when they first fight, like Kevin and Joaquin, Kevin's like wipe the booger off your nose. Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah,
and
and
then
then he-
like Joaquin like he wipes his nose and then he's like good man, and knocks him out. I'm like, oh,
Fuck.
It made me very sad when Jacare got knocked out by Kevin Holland. You
That
remember
was
one?
nuts. That was the first I saw Kevin Holland. I'm like, that's cool as shit. He's
I'm
like,
like-
I dreamt about this. Bonk. I dreamt about this exact moment. Whoa, boom. And then he gets up, chaos. I'm like, what? How?
he has some
He
viral.
literally
moments.
rocked him whilst playing on his guard.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's very
What do you guys think about who was the which fight am I thinking of? What were the other fights that happened? Like before that, like early main card.
There was those super lightweights. The first Stephen Wonderboy was canceled, right?
Oh yeah,
Michael
because
Pereira.
Michael
Pereira didn't
yeah.
make weight. I think.
So Stephen's just like, nah, not gonna do it.
Maybe the commission didn't allow it. I don't
No,
know.
How much he
said
missed
didn't
weight
wanna
by?
do
Oh,
it.
he didn't want to. How much did he miss weight
4
by?
pounds.
4 pounds. Fuck, dude.
See, they put out a long message saying like, "Oh,
I didn't read it.
our team basically thinks this is the right thing to do based on what's happened before." Blah, blah,
Wait,
blah,
who
blah.
said that? Stephen?
Wonder Boy.
Oh, okay. Based on what's happened before, what happened before?
I don't know.
A
I
guy
think he
missed
got
weight
knocked
and, like-
out.
oh,
I don't know.
shit.
I mean, did he lose? Who did he lose to before? I can't remember, man. I don't keep up with MMA that much.
It's
Who? Kevin Holland or Stephen
No,
Wonderboy?
Wonderboy.
Wonder Boy. I think they've.
I don't know.
Kevin Holland fought him.
Yeah,
They fought recently.
Yeah, Wonderboy won.
Yeah.
Right, he like broke his arm with a bunch of kicks.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
Wonderboy. That was Kung Fu versus whatever one of them does. Kung Fu, karate. Yeah.
Karate versus Kung Fu.
I would know.
You would, yes. There you go.
Oh, I did. All right, so off topic. I have been meaning to ask you. So, obviously, we only hear the propaganda of what life like
Wow.
is. No. I mean, I just hear like horror stories about China. Essentially, like what is life like in China? Because I hear like you have an Instagram, but apparently like Instagram's
Do you
banned
just
and
live
YouTube
in
is
a
banned.
cage? Like a 2x2.
Well,
No,
you-
I'm genuinely quite.
Yeah, so you need a VPN to be able to do Instagram, Facebook.
So that's what
YouTube.
you use.
Yeah.
So you use a VPN to have your Instagram and,
Yeah.
and YouTube, and it's like, what happens if you're caught, like on YouTube? What
An
No,
happens?
no one
execution?
cares. No,
Really?
No one's gonna check your phone and be like, "Oh, do you have YouTube?"
But is it like it's a criminal offense or no?
I don't think so. I know like most people have VPNs. Most people I know at least. Like you
It's
see
just
a
a normal-
lot of
you-
these Chinese fighters as well. They have
They
Instagram
need
accounts.
it,
Yeah,
right?
so
They need a VPN.
it's really not that much of an issue.
Interesting. Now, what is it like? So you were born in China, right? You grew up in China. What is life like there? To be honest, I have no idea. Is it like what are the differences you see here that you wouldn't see in China? Like what aside from the Chinese?
It might piss people off, but I like it more than the U.S. But like depending. I don't think it'll piss you off. I just don't like
the Americans.
the Americans. Yes. I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. Like, there's definitely things. Obviously, there are pros and cons to like living here,
Of course.
living there, etc. I do like the grocery stores here. I think they're nicer. I mean,
Nicer than China.
well, no, because like a lot of these, like, bro, you can't get like cinnamon toast crunch in China. You don't. You have to go like to an import store.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay.
So stuff like that is kind of cool because
You
like
have like equivalents of
Like
that
cereal?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean we have like Cheerios and like Frosted Flakes, all the very popular ones, but like so.
But
Like
the
no
fringe-
Lucky Charms, no
The
cinnamon
good
toast
shit.
crunch, none of like
Okay.
the more obscure ones, I guess. But you
Show
can-
me where you grew up.
I moved around a bit. I'll show you where I live now. This is where I'm from.
You're from Taipei?
Yeah, I was born
That's
in
Taiwan,
Taipei.
no?
Yeah, that's not.
Taipei, Taiwan.
Depends how controversial you want to get.
No.
Wait,
Anyways,
what?
this
Okay.
is anyways.
It's a
I live.
sovereign country.
Anyways,
he's like
anyways.
it's basically China.
Anyways.
Shut up.
I live in
Shut the fuck
Shanghai
up, they're
now.
listening.
Yeah.
I live in Shanghai now, so this is. Where I live
Okay.
now.
All right. That's super like central. That's not.
Now-
I thought you were in like like somewhere here or something.
So I have a
Fucking
question.
melted.
I don't know if you
Like
would know
no
this.
Wi-Fi.
I don't know if you would know this. What if you wanted to start a business out there? Is it difficult? Like what? How does
For
it
a
work?
foreigner?
For no, like a citizen.
It's not that hard. I have friends who started gyms. It's not too bad. It's fairly like, they call it like socialism with communist values. But I feel like obviously I'm no politician. Don't take my word for anything. But there's like there's very many successful businesses that can run. Like most gyms are of that nature, you know.
Now,
And like, for example, like I think being there is actually fairly nice. Like, there's the metro, the subway's clean. Like compared to the New York subway,
of course,
it's
yeah.
like-
New York sucks.
oh, the New York subway. It's kind of cool for the first 5 minutes, and then
It's like a
it's
novelty.
and then there's some crazy dude like singing Jesus raps, asking you for money.
Do you guys have homeless people?
Not as prevalent as Austin, no, or New York. Like you can get into conspiracies on why, but there are
They kill
some,
'em.
but they're definitely not
Tell
as.
us why. Tell us why. Tell us the conspiracy. We're all about
What's
it.
a conspiracy there?
Yeah.
I think that people are like, oh, they just kill them, or just nothing too crazy. But
Yeah.
like,
nothing
too
crazy.
They just fucking bullet.
I mean, I know many people here who wish it was the case in Austin, you know.
Yeah. That's one
Oh,
of them.
question. No question. What about
Heartless.
during COVID when like the Chinese doctors were like speaking out and stuff like that, and they got kidnapped? Is that a real?
I don't know if
thing?
they got kidnapped, but I know people got fucked. Like,
Like, what does that mean?
What do
fucked?
you literally?
What? No. Explain to me.
My
What
goodness.
What happened? What happened?
I don't think they got kidnapped, but there's a lot of people were like, socially, what's it called? Like,
Ostracized.
kind of like that, you know. Obviously, bro,
You were traveling.
I'm like a teenager.
Of course, you're not that ingrained in the political.
Like I said, when
atmosphere.
COVID started,
that's what
I
he
was
wants us
just
to
training.
think.
I was like, oh shit, I can just train jiu-jitsu now.
Fair.
That's so. Obviously, I'm not very in tune with what happened
Wait,
How's the
everyone
sound?
take a pause.
yeah, take a
Everyone
pause.
reflect on what they're gonna say.
Let's plan. How do I not
Yeah.
get fucked?
Oh wait, a question.
It's
What
too
happens
late.
if you talk against the government?
Yeah, probably not a good thing.
Like what happens?
Do it.
I don't
See what
know.
happens.
I think there's like the social credit stuff, but I have no clue because you're not gonna be like so like here if you're like, oh fuck Joe Biden, that's okay. You probably wouldn't be a very good thing. Like I've had people who were talking shit like about
Probably wouldn't be too
said people, and then I think they had like the police come to them and they're like, oh yo, what are you doing? Nothing like too bad. I haven't heard any horror stories, but like they're definitely like
a little more strict about it than.
Yeah, but for the most part, in terms of like daily life, it's pretty normal.
How does a social credit score work? Do you
I
know?
have no clue.
You know, but it is like just a common thing in
I think so.
like
I
in
don't-
China, like everyone has to have a social credit score essentially.
I have no clue.
You don't. What do you mean?
I
Well, he's
just
a
became an
child.
adult. How do
yeah,
I know?
yeah, fair enough.
Bro.
That's true.
I wish you were.
They
older.
don't teach.
Like when you guys were talking about houses, I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? These
Just
are-
give them money
like,
and buy the house. What's
I'm
the
like-
problem?
I'm like, a mortgage? What? I'm like, this is too complicated for me.
Well, I'm gonna watch my instructional right now.
Where it's safe. X card to Della Riva hook.
Things I know.
But yeah, if, a better person to ask would be Lin. Lin is much more. He's adulted for long. Lin,
Rin.
right? He's adulted a lot more than I have. And Katie's more passionate about this stuff.
Oh, Katie, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Katie, yeah.
She whenever I talk some shit, she's like
Wait, why? She's pro or anti?
I mean, it's kind of like you're somewhat patriotic and like
She's patriotic. She's like,
well, no, you don't want to hear someone.
motherland.
So like you can
That's the
criticize
accent?
China.
I don't know.
Or like, okay, for example, you're Canadian. You can criticize Canada, but you
Sure.
don't want to hear a bunch of other people criticizing Canada.
I've heard it quite a bit
I know, but like
over the
Hear it
years.
all the
but,
time.
But I know what you mean.
can understand
Eventually-
how that works.
Eventually, it gets to me. I know what you mean.
I mean, I feel like Canada's pretty
I'm
chill. but
starting to not
think
like
about
it.
the shit that's talked about China, and when you hear that too much, they're like, oh my god, fuck. It's like
It's not that bad. Just
Well,
go,
you are
yeah.
technically like our political enemies. Not you, but China technically is like they are our political enemies.
I don't know.
Like they want like world
She's
domination.
like, bro, I don't fucking know.
He's like,
man.
do I do jujitsu? Okay, where's
I was just born there, man. Give me a break.
He's like, bro, I'm hanging
I
out in
changed my
Austin.
nationality based on
Who's around?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they want like world domination by like 2030 or 2035. I forget what the date is.
Is that real?
It's a
What
real
kind of
thing.
Is that to
No, it's a
announce?
real thing. That's an announcement they made.
We want world domination.
What does
Isn't
that
like
mean?
every other country going to be like, whoa, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yo.
We gotta. Are we gonna stop them or something?
Oh wait, question. What do you or do you not want?
Yes.
Taiwan to be like part of China.
I'm pretty apolitical. I have friends on both sides. Like I honestly, like I think there's a party now that like they're like I think there's the KMT who want to reunify them, and there's other I forget the names. I just turned.
Hard to
I'm
ask,
not
hard to
even
ask.
voting, bro.
Yeah, hard to
Like,
ask. Hard to ask.
Barely count to 12.
Bro, yeah. I'm 19, so I can count to 19 now.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
But there's like obviously you want to separate, you want to reunify, but then there's also like a new party and like because the elections are coming up that they want to just keep everything this as it is now, and like I don't even live there, so it's hard for me to like, and I have very
Get
little.
emotionally like vested.
Yeah, I have very little invested. The only thing I care about is like my family and how it affects them, and so long as my family's fine, I really couldn't care.
Yeah.
Like
I love how we assume because you're from that region that you have like concrete ideologies, political opinions, and like depth of knowledge in
Maybe
that
not
system.
depth of knowledge, but I am just curious about how it is over there. I've never been to China. I don't know like what the culture's like. What the,
You've been pretty close, right? Well, you're.
we just brought
Oh, yeah.
Kenta
the
out.
Philippines. That's about it.
You went to Taipei, no?
I went to Taipei, but it was a layover for 30 hours, 48 hours.
What was it
something
like?
that.
What did you feel about the
Dude,
the
it was
politics
sick.
out there? While
I
you were
really
there?
liked
awesome.
it.
Bro,
Well,
Taipei is one of my
Taipei's
favorite cities.
Okay.
Like,
So this was cool. Sorry, actually, you go on. We'll go on.
no,
Yeah.
you-
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's
Alright.
one of my favorite cities. I was born
I
there, so
love
I'm
Taipei.
biased.
I was only there for a little bit, but
I love how you're like, go on. Anyway, I love Taipei. I'm gonna fucking.
well, you told me to go on. So when I got
Alright.
there, the first thing I noticed was the cleanliness of the city and the subway, like the metro system, super clean. Then we got some like dim sum or like some soup dumplings, right? And I had all my like luggage because I was traveling. The guy was gonna take me to like the airport after, so I had everything. And then the soup dumpling place was so small that they didn't want me to bring in the bags, right? And I just like taught some seminars. I have like cash with me and stuff like that. And
You
then
can't just leave it out there.
I'm
So
not
what are you
gonna
do?
leave this
Yeah.
shit. So then he was like, "Oh no, just leave it outside." And then I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "No, there's like zero petty theft here. Like there's like no crime. The only crime is
Were you
murder."
offended? Like petty? Excuse me. You know what's
This is serious shit. Yeah. No, so like yeah, it was like a known thing. Yeah, no one's gonna take this.
Imagine
Yeah.
the guy just said that. You
And
just
he
took his
stole
word.
it?
There's no petty. Wow. Well, all right then. You just get
Hey,
completely.
shit gets taken.
Yeah, he said like
You-
there's
you
really
have-
not a lot of crime, no theft, no like burglary, armed robbery, stuff like that. The only thing is like murder for some reason. Apparently, that's like the only crime that happens. Like
That's
the
a big
really
one.
bad ones, but it's not
maybe
like
it's
common.
more domestic
It's not
violence. I don't
common.
know.
Could be that.
I have
Tony
no clue.
Ferguson.
Guys, the
Whoa. Why are you
wait,
yelling?
was the ladybird? I could have just made this. I thought the ladybird lake killer got caught or no?
I bet you it's like a couple different people who have been just
Is this
murdering.
the Danaher thing?
No.
Is this what
It's
Craig
just
was
something
talking
what Craig
shit
was
about?
talking about, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's like a ladybird lake killer that's going around killing homosexuals.
Yeah.
It is just that is the thing. I don't know, but
Well,
I thought they caught him, but they might. Not
I don't know.
have.
I think there's still murders. There's gonna be murder.
really?
People murder people. It's like the you can't stop it.
But they all went missing. Like, right on one street, and it might have been 6th Street, which might be not that uncommon.
Probably.
No. But there was a woman that went missing on 6th Street right behind All Saints Tattoo. Like where Mariella works. My girlfriend works at All Saints Tattoo in Austin, Texas. And the detectives came in to question because they were going through the businesses, like watching this woman get followed by this man, and they went down an alley behind All Saints.
and then disappeared.
She went missing for 5 days. They found her body in
So they
McAllen,
saw what the
Texas, I
guy
think.
looks like.
And where?
I think McAllen, Texas, or McAllen, Texas.
Allentown.
I don't
Something
even know
like
where
that.
is.
Wait.
Yeah.
So they have this. They have footage of the guy.
Of this person following. Yeah.
Did they find the guy?
This happened in April. I don't know
Oh, wow.
if they found it. The detectives just came, like last week or 2 weeks ago to ask All Saints for security footage.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that nuts? The
pretty
girl, the
crazy.
woman was 25 years old.
Wow. Yeah, it's not fair. She didn't have a fighting chance.
Like if it was a
Not-
man,
Man on man.
man on man, like
the guy's got. Come on.
yeah, fight like a man.
What,
It's like, oh man, she's like
How do you
weaker
feel
than a
about
man.
if a woman murders a man?
not possible. No, playing.
With like brass knuckles.
Oh, in physical combat
I think
like
Gabby
that?
Garcia
Physical
could
com-
fucking kill me if she wanted
No,
to.
she couldn't.
Bro, okay, if she tried fucking...
Fucking.
Bro, I think
You're-
she
you're
lands
not gonna-
one clean shot. Like
you're not blast
she's
doubling
behind
her in
you
that.
and she like blasts you. Bro, you're done, I think. She's so huge.
Nah.
I feel like it'd be tough. Like,
A tough fight? I think get to her
no,
back strangler.
like to,
If
to
you're
the death,
okay, so she
to the death?
I think
you
she-
don't think you can fight for your life versus Gabby Garcia?
depends on the situation. If it's
Your
like
life
okay,
is at risk.
we're in
That's
the-
the situation.
Yeah.
Like, are we okay? Is it like agreed? Like, okay, we're gonna start. Okay, let's go fight, and then it's to that. Or if she jumps
snuck
you,
up behind you?
If she jumps you, I think I'm dead.
Like a sanctioned MMA fight, but she has brass knuckles.
I think I'm done.
What do you think happened?
way.
You're
Brass
dead?
knuckles?
She get
Bro,
one clean-
She
yeah,
one
she'll-
clean shot. My
she'll
skull's
hit-
gonna break.
Nah.
Dude, head movement, bro.
Head movement.
She ain't gonna hit you.
movement.
Bam. Double leg.
Bomb.
It's over.
You guys are incredible.
I have more faith in myself. I think.
Then
I
Joseph has faith in him?
Yeah.
I'm
come
not
on.
dying.
I'm not dying. Yeah, I'm gonna fight. If I do die, then I mean, shit.
I don't know. With
sucks.
brass knuckles, I feel like that's pretty bad.
It's definitely
Imagine,
not
like-
ideal.
Not
but
ideal.
I feel
yeah,
like
I mean,
you'd shatter your cheekbone.
it would. It would. It would hurt. for
It
sure.
would hurt.
Terrible.
It-
You might
would
get
it
knocked out.
shatter or would it just cut you really
And then what are you?
bad?
What,
that
what
could
are you gonna
fucking
do to
shatter.
her? Like, how are you gonna damage her?
Sweep the
Knock
leg
her out, bro.
and
Bro,
just
do you
get.
think you can knock her out?
Yeah.
No, get to her
You don't
back.
think
I
so?
think
I feel
that's
like
a
it'd be
safe.
hard.
If she has brass knuckles, I'm not sitting there and swinging. I'm fucking going in for the shot.
Slip, uppercut, cross, blast double.
Left,
into
right,
it.
up, down. No. You shoot in
Triangle,
for
triangle.
that double. You close the distance. Gracie stance. Kick the knees. Kick the knees.
Kick
Sweep
the
the
knees.
leg.
Sweep the leg.
No, I would definitely not like that, but I think I could not die.
You think there's
know.
no brass knuckles? You think there's a woman on the planet that could kill you?
In unarmed
Unarmed
combat?
Arms.
There's gotta be, yeah, like in the mountains somewhere, just like training for some fuck.
Brief pause.
There must
Air
be.
traffic control is
Think-
fucking us over right now.
I really think
don't-
there must be. You know.
I don't
Yeah,
think so, man.
I think so.
I'd be hard to
Bro.
say. I would definitely not be confident saying, yeah, definitely not. Like, you know, like,
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there, and half of them
and
are
how
women.
many of them
and we're
are,
not that big, you know? Like,
Yeah,
how
we're on
many
the
of them
smaller
are-
end.
How many of them are better at jiu-jitsu than you?
None. But
So there's no
some
woman.
of them. None. That. Come on. What?
Okay.
Okay. No. More interesting.
He's, like,
more interesting than
insulted
that. Is there any girl out there that can beat you in an ADCC match?
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Because I know Damian's gonna be like, nah, fuck that.
You think so, Joseph? You don't think there's
No,
a woman
none of
that
it-
can?
do
Okay,
you?
sorry. I don't know. I don't think so.
I haven't rolled with many women.
Hold on. We need a yes or no.
ADCC champs. Just look. Don't you have to look at many? Look
They're
at
the best. Yeah. Top 16.
ADCC
Let me
champ.
think.
You think they beat you?
You.
Why are you? Let me get, like, I have
Let
to
him-
take time
let
to
him
think about
think.
the problem.
Sorry, fair.
'Cause it's a,
And time. No.
yeah.
Okay, go on.
I mean, I'd hope I could beat Fionn.
Did she the champ at minus 66?
Minus 60.
I think she got
Minus
toe held by
60?
Elizabeth Clay. You think you take Elizabeth Clay?
I haven't seen her in real life. I don't know. I'd hope so.
You need to see them in real life.
Can we say?
It's better if I just
Joseph,
roll
you
with
are
them.
so humble.
Joe,
Joseph,
I think you.
I
look, with
you
all
do
due
not lose
respect-
to any woman in jiu-jitsu. Unless you
He's like, don't be abrasive, don't be abrasive, don't be abrasive.
unless I think unless you like
Putting you on the hot seat.
unless you just crumble under the pressure. I'm so scared. I don't
Sal,
know.
you think there's any girl out there that can beat this guy?
He just doesn't want to say it.
Yeah, that's what I think. He just doesn't
I-
want to say it. What about me?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I saw. Wow.
You just have to identify as a woman.
That would be. But then Okay,
that the-
wait. Hello.
Oh,
There's
wow.
someone there. There's someone there. All right.
Do you need help?
I was traveling through fucking somewhere like Northeast America competing, and I was in a tournament and I won the tournament.
There's a woman?
Thank you very much. And there was a woman competing against a man.
Wow, how'd she do?
Horribly. It was bad. So this was my first. It was early into my career. I was like maybe a purple belt, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. A girl versus a guy, and it was like they're two hobbyists, but one of them was a male. And he was like a short, stocky, kind of balding guy, and she was like, not out of shape, but it's not like Miss Olympia over here. Hobbyists. This guy, she takes like a couple, and he was like easing into it. She was not. She was like fucking coming out swinging. She was knee padded up, full spats.
shit.
He was like basketball shorts and a t-shirt, and she comes out with like a club and collar tie, and I see his face change. I see him like go from like pitter patters.
He's like, oh shit. the gorilla.
My
the
respect
ape.
is on the line. Yeah, like gender. This is for all the men. He slams this lady. They're both maybe like 5'7", 5'5". He slams her 6 feet up in the air. She lands parallel. She's falling for like 4 feet. Fucking parallel to the horizon, horizontal. Big clap, loud bang. Everyone's like,
It was
like,
Ethan. Yeah. Oh.
yeah. No,
Loud
a
clap.
big like a smash on the
yeah.
ground. Everyone goes from like subtle discussion like, oh, good job, blah blah blah, blah to, ooh. Oh. And yeah, the match. She's like, I'm done.
Oh, God.
And she walks off. And yeah, that was my first experience seeing men versus women. But I don't think it's fair.
Well, I do think
Like, can we agree on that?
I don't think it's fair, but I do think that at the lower levels, hobbyist levels, like women can definitely beat the guys. For
Yeah,
sure.
I do
like,
think that,
you get
yeah,
you
yeah.
get a well-trained woman beats up a blue belt. That's
I
totally
think
normal.
kids too. I think it's okay.
Kids,
like, it's not-
exactly.
Obviously,
exactly.
They're
bro,
like the
all
same.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Once you start getting to like
We had a discussion
full-fledged-
about beating up kids. I don't know if you want to. I would be interesting to ask him, but go on.
I think once you get to like full-fledged manhood and world-class level, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, it's skewed now. Like
It's the same reason like steroids are. It's the whole-
steroids are illegal
They are illegal. Yeah, that's definitely a.
for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Are
In-
they? For
in-
IBJJF, right?
IBJJF in Worlds, you cannot do steroids.
Well, I mean,
There's USADA
you cannot
testing.
you cannot do steroids if you get first place.
Then nah. could you beat the shit out of one child?
I would hope so.
Your life is on the line, and your family's life
One
too.
child, of course.
Okay, what about 12? 12 children.
How old?
How old?
They're all 8,
8.
and they're semi-trained.
Semi-trained, like what's semi-trained?
They
like,
had a year worth of like moderate training,
of MMA or jiu-jitsu?
MMA, but with heavy
Bro,
emphasis
some
on
of those
jiu-jitsu.
Andy Varella's kids looks
I
like
know.
savage.
Bro,
Like,
Andy Varella's
12
kids
of
look
those-
good.
Are
Bro,
they
like
all
12
his
of those,
kids?
I think I might.
Wow, he's getting
Get the numbers up.
That's expensive. All right, yeah. So like that kids program, those like this Echo is really fucking with me. Those kids, how many of them can you beat the shit out of? I love asking Joe these questions because it's so like
So
unnerving.
preposterous.
Yeah, it's
He's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Beat up a child?
Because I feel like they're also like little savages, you know?
Yeah, exactly. They don't get tired. They're aggressive.
So what number?
Because I've like
We'll
play
get
fought
there.
kids.
We'll get a number
like,
out of it.
He's diverting the question.
like, cause will they bite me?
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
do
yeah.
everything.
They're
yeah.
fighting. You're fighting
One
for
at
your
a
life
time
now.
or at the
They're
same
they're
time?
just coming
Waves.
at you. But you
Waves.
have like a
Waves of
football
how many?
field.
Okay, waves. No, yeah, no.
You have a
Football
A
field.
football field? I
all
feel
at
like I
once.
could like run and just kick one.
That's
a
your
run,
lot.
tactic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good.
that's a good tactic.
We came across that same
Yeah.
tactic, but you don't. You have boots and shorts, so they.
I think
could,
100.
They could nip at you. You know, they get your shins.
I can easily take on 100.
Can I wear,
I
like,
don't think so.
cleats? I think cleats would help.
No, you're running shoes.
The boots are
Running
fine. Oh, running shoes.
what
Running
I think you
shoes.
said boots.
Nike.
What are boots? Like cleats?
Well, Nike Air Forces, those are pretty solid.
No. Those. That's perfect. Those
Vans?
Vans. Yeah, like
Vans?
skateboarding shoes. Nothing too fancy. Here, throw me that. It's probably Nicky's. Oh, nice.
No, it's mine.
Oh, it's yours.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel like you.
these shoes, Vans, nothing special, and like basketball shorts.
Catch it, please. Thanks.
Basketballs. I think 12 probably I could do.
12.
You can't do
If I could-
13?
in a football.
Yeah, the 13th.
Dude,
is
are you
gonna-
kidding me?
I
I'm
think
thinking
like
easily 100.
no way.
You would
100.
literally die.
You-
No, they
nah.
can't catch me.
They corner you. Okay,
No,
not a football field. Wait,
But
a
100
bit
of them-
smaller. A bit smaller, like
Did you
an
ever see-
indoor basketball court.
I feel like they could corner you.
But as if there's outdoor basketball.
Indoor basketball court. Well,
Yeah,
there
just
is.
a
There
basketball-
are.
I know there are. Never mind. Forget what
One court. Okay, it gets dangerous there. But the thing is, you ever
And
see?
you're fenced in.
You ever see the 2 or 3 professional soccer players like playing
Oh, yeah.
soccer with like the 10-year-olds?
But the 10-year-olds aren't going to bite them.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah,
100.
yeah.
They can't even catch them.
There's 100.
They could not do anything. They fucking score like 10 goals.
Yeah, but that's scoring a goal. That's like
That's like
Yeah, but the thing is, they can't even catch the person. It's like
Okay,
it's
okay,
like
I
I
have-
run,
I
dink,
knew-
run, dink, run, dink. Maybe catch.
you'll
my breath
get
a little bit.
tired, man. You'll get tired. You think 100?
100.
You have 100 dinks in you?
Dink, yeah.
Dink, but like enough to what? You're gonna kill in one dink?
One dink
Nah.
will kill them.
But okay, maybe the first 10. Then you're starting to gas out.
Now
You're
there's
running
fatigue.
backward and dinking. Boom, boom,
All right,
boom.
now I hit with my not my
With
my
those
fist anymore.
Vans?
No, with my hands now.
Yeah, then another 10. Then you start to your hands get cut up. Those kids have skulls, man. They're not fucking.
maybe you
Hitting them
grab
with a
one
jaw.
of them and use them to hit the others.
I think that's inefficient. You get way too
You get
tired.
exhausted,
Dude, you ever tried swinging? Trust me, it's not easy. they
They are heavier than you think.
Yes. All
An
right.
infant,
How heavy is
maybe.
an
You use an
8-year-old?
infant as a
How
weapon.
heavy is it? No. Okay, we need numbers. I say for myself, realistically, in a basketball court,
Say football field. Say football field.
But then
it's too.
can you just run away infinitely? Like
But they're
Well, you're
they're
gonna get tired.
you're gonna get tired.
They're gonna get tired too, though.
hopefully I
They don't get tired.
Kick them in the head.
What if they're on crack? What if you feed them a new rule? You feed them crack right before.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 100.
Will this be able to go on YouTube?
Yeah.
We
You
put
think-
far
all right,
worse on YouTube.
You think 50? You think 50? You take?
We're too deep into the podcast.
No,
to
I
get
think
demonetized.
20. I don't know.
You don't think? Oh my god.
Bro,
I
50.
think like under 50. I don't think you hit 100. I think under 50.
Yeah, I think.
Under 50,
Yeah.
they're dead. I kill them. Are you kidding me?
I really want to try. I'm just joking.
I don't wanna
that'd
try
be-
that.
That'd be terrible. That'd be messed up. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to
Really?
test out my skills.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about
Okay.
like small dogs? How many? You think? I think they'd be
Small
definitely
dogs?
harder.
Dogs are gonna be harder than
Probably
yeah,
harder. They're more
harder.
intense,
Yeah,
and they're
can't-
definitely not getting tired.
I
They're gonna
cannot.
bite the shit out of you, bro. Your dogs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. The dogs.
Yeah.
20 will, I think, fuck you up.
Yeah, I
They'll
think so.
bite the shit out of your shins, and you're not outrunning dogs.
No, they'll catch
They're
you.
gonna swarm you.
Yeah, I think.
Dude, dogs are sick.
I don't know
Now
how
that
many.
you think about
Dude,
it.
to be honest, like, or so like say terriers, they're like 20, 30 pounds. I don't even know how. Fuck, 10.
10, I could.
Actually, the thing is, do you think it kills you though? I think I kill
They'll-
all
there are a
10.
bunch of
chomp.
There's 10 though.
like
They're really small.
death by
They are
1,000
small.
cuts. You know, just
Yeah,
fucking.
but there's 10.
How many like Malinois? You know, like those
Oh,
vicious.
0.
It's like
0.
not even
0.
one. You
I
can't
think
take one. It'll crush
one
your throat.
possibly.
It'll destroy
One-
you.
Don't some of
one
them like
possibly.
hunt lions? I know there's a dog breed that's
There's
supposed
one
to like, protect
like,
against lions.
Rhodesian Ridgeback.
How do you know this?
I didn't know that. Dude,
Ridgeback.
a
maybe.
Malinois, man.
Rhodesian Ridgeback. I don't know.
German
I
Shepherd.
know-
Like anytime the big dogs, bro.
Big dog.
I feel like
I think anything
It'd be
over
tough.
one, you get one like mulligan. Like you can get
If there's two,
If there's two, you're fucked.
you're so
You're
fucked.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's
Because
crazy.
they have zero fear.
I
They
think
will.
one I would die.
Yeah, die. Think about death.
I could see that
Bro,
happening.
he literally bites into my throat. I'm
If you
dying.
just
let it-
put your,
I'm-
put
what do
your
you
hand-
don't let
you
it-
have to sacrifice this.
They'll snap your forearm and have. You know how much fucking
They,
behavior.
no,
Yeah,
they
they'll
snap.
your forearm. Oh yeah, dude, their bite force is insane. They'll
They're
crush your
not.
forearms.
They're not breaking your forearm.
I think
really?
that if they get a deep enough bite, they'll crush your
No.
forearm. Yeah, and they fucking mangle it up. I think
no,
so.
is that true?
Let
Can we
me,
look this up? I don't think it breaks your forearm, dude.
I
use
think,
it. That's a
okay,
cop
we're talking
dog.
about a,
That's
a
cop
Belgian
dog.
Malin.
Yeah, it's a cop dog.
Yeah, cop
You
dog.
think
It's a cop
like when
dog.
they K9 gets released, they all those guys get their arms broken? I don't think so. I think they just get their flesh torn. They're terrified.
I mean, I'd be pretty scared.
For sure, but I'm saying you're
Can
fighting
a
for your
Belgian
life. You can't
Malinois
kill one.
bite force
I think
crush forearm,
I don't know.
though?
I don't want to die. I don't want to die bad. I
Yeah,
don't want to
me
die.
neither.
I don't want to die more than that dog.
But
doesn't
then,
wanna
like,
die.
I remember that, like, way back, not way back, but didn't, like, a hiker in LA choke out a cougar? Or,
So yeah, it choked out the cougar, but it turned out to be like a 6-month-old cougar or something, or
Oh,
4
that's
months
some pussy
old.
shit
It was
then.
like a small
Oh,
cat. Yeah.
it's like a house cat. He's like, I'm gonna
It was a
fuck
fucking
this shit.
cougar. Yeah, apparently he.
All right, listen to this. This is a fresh beef shin, so a cow's shin. Okay, imagine how dense
I
that
reckon
fucking.
it's denser than mine.
It's
Definitely.
very dense, especially
Yeah.
relative to our forearms.
Yeah, for sure.
I gave to my German Shepherd. I had to take it away. So after 2 hours, this was the bone
Yeah, 2
fractured
hours.
and
Yeah,
destroyed.
2 hours. You're talking, brother. Come on.
2 hours, yeah. I mean, I'd
2 hours. Okay. The current top dog is the Kangol, coming in with a bite force of 740 pounds per square inch. For comparison, a German Shepherd bite force has 240.
Wow.
How much? Can you look up how much pounds per square inch can our forearms take before snapping?
Listen.
The real
The answer
questions.
is yes, it can. I tried to break up my dogs, a lab and a ridgeback and a staffy pit. And the pit grabbed my left forearm just above my wrist, and this is the
Holy
so that's
shit.
the metal rod, and you can see the break underneath
Holy
the metal
shit.
rod. So the answer is absolutely fuck
Okay.
yes, it can break your forearm.
Yeah, I reckon.
Alright.
I mean, out of 100 times,
Send
maybe
that?
I could
Okay.
win like 2.
We only need. It's not 100. It's only 1. You're
No,
trapped in a room.
out of 100 times. So let's say you replayed the same situation, like a video game, right? Out of 100 times, maybe I could survive twice.
twice. Now the thing is like.
So you're
imagine
still talking about one dog?
one Belgian Malinois. Like you guys are trapped in a room, and
Yeah,
you are now.
I fully agree with. I think I could survive like one out of a certain amount of times, but like most likely, it's gonna kill me
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
It'll take one bite of my arm, then that arm is useless. Then what? What do you get? You know how much
I'm gonna
pain you're in.
fucking kill this guy.
You know how much fucking
Do
pain.
you know how bad you want? Think about it though. Your life is on. It's no longer.
You know what? You're right. Yeah,
Your
fuck
life
that.
is
I'm
on
a
the
win.
line.
10 times out. I'm
Like-
win. My life. I'm winning.
Like-
I'm serious.
Do you guys
I
have?
I believe in myself.
Are you serious or is this a joke?
No, I believe in my. I could.
Because
fucking do
like
it.
the thing is,
What
yeah,
if your
it's-
family's life is on the line too? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all.
You're hyping me up, but it's like
No,
it's
I
like
actually
you
do.
like are gun to your mom sibling's head. right?
Fuck.
You
is
have
how
to
you have
kill.
to look at it.
You have to kill this thing. Like, can you
I'ma
kill
kill
it?
that fucking thing.
thing is dying.
I'm gonna bite it back. I'm gonna bite it off.
I don't bite it back. Don't bite it back. It's gonna bite your face.
Did you see the Gaethje thing?
What?
Where it's like, I saw a headline where it's like, it was a headline where it's like, Gaethje's mom recalls like when he was like 2 years old, the dog bit him and he bit the dog back. Did you see that?
It was a chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
No, I didn't-
Gaethje
I
bit
didn't.
a dog?
When
Yeah, when he
two,
was like a
apparently.
child. I remember
the
seeing
dog
that
bit
headline.
his
Yeah.
person.
No,
No,
the dog bit
the
him.
dog bit him, so he bit the dog back.
That's
When
a
he was like-
he is in the right field. That's fucking
I feel like
a true dog.
Yeah, there's
right
a lot
there.
of things that I feel like you can do if your family's life's at risk.
Like what?
with a weapon though. I feel like
killing
with
a
a
Belgian Malinois.
with a weapon though.
Unarmed,
Then
unarmed. Weapons now it's different. Now
Of
I
course,
kill
that's-
like
Yeah.
5.
I'd get
Or-
sad. I'd be like, all right, my family isn't,
That important.
good.
All right, here, question for you.
where are these questions coming from? I feel
My
like
brain.
they're all curveballs.
Yeah, random. So
yeah, random.
so
Wait.
it's either there's another plane going by. Maybe we relax a little bit.
I'm a little worked up.
Oh, battery. Can we continue or no?
Yeah, keep going.
So who's the most important person to you, like in your family?
Besides me,
Of course.
number 2.
It's hard. I'd like to think of it in more like tiers. you
Yeah,
know?
who's the
Not
top
like-
tier?
Who's S tier?
Who's one person in top tier?
There's one person only in
Just
top
say
tier?
one person.
My mom.
Okay, you can say mom. Now, all right, your mom is going to die,
Oh my god.
or an innocent child has to die
Innocent child.
Probably innocent child, man.
Yeah.
that you have to kill.
How would I kill it? Can I like?
You have to shoot it in the head.
No, you have to
While it's
strangle
looking
it
at
with
you.
your hands. You have to strangle.
What
it.
is? Could you do it? Yeah.
Bro, this is like
Okay.
me being in middle school again. You
Yeah,
know, this is
ask-
like the
Simple Man
questions
podcast.
we were.
Simple Man podcast. Yep. Go
These
on.
are the questions people are interested in. Like we never really spoke about this stuff growing up, and it's left an empty hole in all of our lives. We need to
I
know.
need to know.
Can you kill a child for your mother?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll ask my mom what to do. I'll be like, "Yo, mom, what should I do?"
What about 100 kids have to die for your one mother?
I'll ask my mom what to do, and I'll listen to her.
No,
No, you're not allowed.
Can't talk right now.
What the fuck?
She's gonna
in
die.
a glass chamber
What?
going.
Wait.
Please kill them.
She's saying. She's going like that.
100
What
innocent
would
kids
you
have to
do?
die.
What
Kill
would
those
you do?
kids. Yeah, they're
One by
that's the
one.
thing.
You have
So,
to
like,
kill one by
I
one.
have like fuck.
This is ridiculous.
To
The
be
planes
honest,
or the question? Oh, the question.
I have very
I'm thinking
skewed
the planes.
morals when it comes to family. Like morals don't
Oh
exist.
yeah, they fly out that window.
Yeah. I don't have morals when it comes to my family. To be honest, like not at all.
I see
They're
red.
dying. They're dying.
Is your
Really?
family?
No, the kids, the children.
Save the children. The cupboard of the back door. We should warm up like that.
The
before training.
the greatest line in Anchorman was that.
Is this?
Do you ever see Anchorman?
Probably when I was little. I
Oh.
don't remember.
No, little. I guess you're still young. I don't know.
When did Anchorman come out?
I actually have no idea. I was in high school. I think maybe 18. So,
What,
like
what year
6
was that?
8 years ago.
Oh,
You were
so-
still young. Damn.
So, like
11 years old.
11?
Holy
Bro.
shit. Jesus.
Am I gonna watch Anchorman?
Save the children.
Man, I used to be the person who everyone would be like, "Wow,
You're so cool.
you're so good. How did you get good so fast?" And now I'm saying that to you, you piece of shit.
Yeah. What a loser.
You stole it.
Jesus.
Damn. I'm gonna
Just
start
quit.
saying I only
quit.
been training for like 5 years to make people like get that.
You can just
au-
become do a new sport. It's amazing.
Change my name.
It's amazing. Do
Oh,
MMA
yeah.
with me.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
Nah.
I've
dude.
only been training MMA
Dude,
for
that's
like,
the thing.
Yeah, but then like I'm bringing in another. It's like stupid.
But they're like, dude, how long you been training? I'm like, I just started.
I just started.
It's fucking-
I don't even
He's
speak
like,
English.
How the fuck did you just yell at me?
Amazing.
Oh, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for fucking 10 years, but MMA, I just started. See, that's not... Who dat?
Probably Mariella.
Ah.
How long have we been going? 6:35. What time did we start?
We get an hour, 24 minutes.
Oh.
All right,
You
so
guys
the
got
answer is
any last
yes.
questions?
You would murder and
100
kill.
kids? 100 kids or your mom? Who you have to save? You have to save one. Other has to die.
This is ridiculous.
Sal,
Nope,
what do you...
Sal.
Yeah, Sal, what do you do?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
100 children.
I'd probably kill my mom.
You'd sacrifice
Wow.
your own mother.
That's probably what
Oh
my
my
mom would want. You know.
Oh my god! I wouldn't even if my
I'm
mom
gonna
wanted
fuck
that.
you.
I'd be like, no, no.
Yeah,
You're gonna
no.
live
live to see another day.
to see those
What
kids
about you?
die.
Would you sacrifice
He said
yourself
he'd
for
kill the kids.
100 kids? Not your
Oh.
mother, but you.
Me?
All right,
Uh-uh.
so all right, so now I don't necessarily think if like are these guys are gonna die and now I just have to kill myself, but I could see myself like if there's a burning building or something
Oh,
and I
you're
have a
heroic
chance
and
to
shit?
survive, I could see myself doing that. Do I get glory? Do people know?
No one knows.
Because then,
Only Sal knows. Sal's gonna be like, "Wow, bro."
because the glory
Yeah.
lives forever. My name will live forever in the
So
books.
you would save them for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
to
Fucking piece of
to
shit.
immortalize yourself.
Immortalize myself in the history
Those kids,
books.
that's 100 kids. Hey, you guys, watch this.
Damn.
But no, okay, no.
What would you do?
If there's zero
Well,
chance I
I'll
live,
answer.
I don't think so. But like, if it's a dangerous
Sal's
situation-
Wow,
disappointed.
what a
And did you
piece of
see
shit.
that?
Yeah, I
Sal's
don't
like,
think so.
I had higher hopes for
What
you.
about my
Damian."
kids? Like,
Huh?
what about they need to have a dad?
Well, they're not. They don't exist yet.
Well, they will soon. Not soon, but
Just watch the reels right there.
Is there something you want to tell us?
No. But they will eventually. My family. I have over 100 people in my family.
What if the world is watching?
Like alive now?
There's a live feed. The Earth is tuning in to see this.
Well, then he has the glory.
Yeah, then
He'll
there's the
do it.
glory.
So you kill yourself.
It'd be like Martin Luther King. I have a dream that they
I have a
live.
dream. I love the upward look. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. No, I think I would just be like.
but what
"I'm
about this?
sorry,
What about if
Earth."
there's a burning building and like
That's
mom's like,
tricky.
my kids are in there.
Just go save them. There's 100 of them. there's 5 on each floor.
I feel like
Shit. You
I would
fucking
try.
whore. Close your legs. No,
wow.
sorry.
No, but if there's like one in there and like there's your life is at risk, you could die. But if there's a chance of survival, then I think I would try. If there's no chance of survival, but they live. Oh,
I don't know.
that's crazy.
Muriella, how many kids can you beat the shit out of?
Easy. 82. Wow.
82?
Youth. No,
I don't think so.
No, I take 5. she gets 5.
You take from the gloves the other day.
Oh yeah. Oh,
All right,
I don't
let's
even-
wrap it up.
Hold on, guys.
Oh,
guys,
we need
real
an
quick.
answer still?
No, just one more thing. I'm very curious about this saving the kids thing.
Oh yeah, it's a good dilemma. It's an ethical.
What would you do?
So the burning building one,
All right, here actually. So, how good
You
of a
can't
swimmer? Are you a
keep
good
changing-
swimmer? Are you a good swimmer?
like phenomenally.
All right, we'll say.
I'm bad, very
Oh.
bad. Yeah.
Sal, are you a good swimmer?
I'm great.
Okay. Like by like tide pools, right? There's like rocky surfaces, and like the tides come in, the waves come in. It's like white water essentially. So, essentially, it's all aerated water. You can't really swim in it. Your friend gets sucked out into this white water. Can you save him?
I'd try.
Yeah, you try for sure. You jump in there.
Now the thing is like, it's essentially like, you can try, but the chances are in like white water you can't actually like swim because it's so aerated.
Well, you can't.
Like it's
Maybe
like
Sal
it's
can.
like a lifeguard's like worst nightmare type of situation there. It's
Is
like
it Sal?
You let him go.
Really?
You let.
Let him go.
That one's for the ocean.
Wait, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Actually?
I don't know. I feel like
But you know what I'm
probably-
talking about, right? You know what I'm talking like white like washy
If it's
white
too
water.
dangerous for you,
It's like
the Coast Guard, you don't send a rescue swimmer in if the conditions are too dangerous for the swimmer.
Oh, also for just what's it called?
Reference.
Reference or back context.
Context.
Our buddy Sal back here is a former Coast Guard. Reserves now or no? Is that a thing? Okay. Retired Coast
So
Guard.
You
So he's talking about rescue
thank
swimmers.
him for our shores.
So he's talking
I don't
about
know.
rescue swimmers and and yeah, you don't send them in if the conditions are.
Yeah, if the conditions
It's-
are too bad, don't send him in.
That's so. That's
You
scary.
just gotta watch him die.
There was one.
You
ever see
watch
the
him
Guardian-
die.
You ever see the Guardian, Ashton Kutcher, and
Kutcher, yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher?
Ashton Gucci.
Dude, there was.
No,
can
I
I
haven't
talk
seen
about
that.
your pirate story? When,
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Sal was telling me a story when so Sal, how old were you when you were in the Coast Guard? It was right out of high school.
Yeah.
19, right? On a ship, they fucking have some pirates. They now they're prisoners essentially.
Egg leg and like a fucking skull and crossbones.
He's like, are they Somalian? No. Colombian pirates, right? They're on the ship now, and
Drug smugglers, not pirates.
drug smugglers. Okay.
Nah, pirates.
And they're arrested on the boat, and they're prisoners. And then Sal has to hold them at gunpoint, right?
They were still on the boat.
Okay, on the
I was-
boat.
They're on their boat?
I was boarding their boat.
Yeah, he's boarding their boat.
And they're scattering, running around.
How big is this boat?
As we're pulling up, 60 feet.
It's a pretty big boat.
Big fucking boat. So they're like running around that
Running
thing,
around, we see them all scattering.
and you're there with guns pointed at them. Like, hey,
He's
nobody
nine-
move.
He's
stop
19.
moving, stop moving.
He's 19 years old, right?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
dude, that's fucking crazy. Like, how are you feeling? He's like, bro, I was shaking. I was shitting my pants. Like,
That
when this
is a
gun-
scary.
And
Yeah.
then I was like, do you think you could have shot them? And he's like, no.
There's no way.
No.
I think that's
Wow.
a very
If you saw a gun, of course.
it's a very reasonable answer.
Oh, really?
You would have just fucking lit up on them?
No.
Well, no, like
if
if the situation called for it, I mean,
Yeah.
you should be ready to. If they draw guns on you, you gotta be like for sure.
Yes, but he was like, really? I was like, if there was no guns, it'd be hard to shoot.
Damien's
Well,
like,
yeah. No, I would
Damien's
just
like,
shoot
da,
them.
da, 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 da.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. Is the thing. Yeah.
light them up. Damien.
Just pointing a gun at another person.
Cultural differences.
Yeah, I've never
Clearly,
done
yes.
it. I've never done it. I don't know.
I've never done it. Well,
Bobby has.
Got that gun.
Bobby
Kills.
should not be.
He's too Australian to be around guns.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's it.
Yeah, guys, you've been simplified. Even Joe, as complex a
As
person
complex
as
as
he
Joe
is,
has been, he's been simplified
has
as
been
well.
simplified to sheer stupidity, just like me and Damien. Thank you very much.
Also, guys, if we also should include this in the beginning
Also.
too, but if you guys enjoy the podcast and you want to support us, check out our merch, link in bio. Also, check out MASF Supplements, 15% off both MASF Supplements and Violent Hippie. So if you like and support the podcast, please check that out.
Yeah.
Joseph, how can they contact you or look at your socials?
Instagram, JOZEFCHENJJ.
You're going to be competing on AIGA and then Quintet and then
Trials.
Trials. You got a busy couple
Busy.
months ahead of you.
Yeah, nice.
So, yeah, you've been simplified. And, guys, again, for the merch, it's a hot commodity. It is. Trust me.
Please buy the
It's
merch.
so hard to get that we even don't. Like, the day we get it, we're going to have to fill out the orders that people have already been trying to get. I'm serious.
Really?
Please,
Yeah,
buy.
people already. No, actually, maybe they shouldn't.
What-
maybe don't buy it and wait for it to, like, restock. Because people already.
hot commodity.
It's fucking. Anyway, we got some back order issues, but whatever. We'll,
We're gonna have some new designs though.
yeah.
I am in talks.
Like squiggly lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
He
right,
knows.
guys, you've been
All right,
simplified.
Goodbye.
Awesome.
Sweet. I've waited for the entire time.
Was that the first ever